Rodgers to the Jets. What? Crazy. 60 mil for 1 year. Happens low. Currently sitting in traffic down in DC. Happens low. All right, folks. We back in the studio. This is the Captain's Law podcast, man. Home for your sports, culture, and perspective. On the sports side, covering NFL and NBA, and culture and perspective means whatever the hell I feel like talking about, man. So welcome back to the show, man. For the folks who've been here, if you haven't been here, if you're new here, man, my name is Rob. I'm a 40-year-old, pushing 41-year-old podcaster, man, husband, father, government employee, motorcycle enthusiast, gamer, sports lover, shit talker, and keep it realer, if that's a word. um, Again, thank y'all for stopping by, man. You know what I'm saying? And at any point of this podcast, man, if you feel like this resonates with you, my message or my word or my tantrums or goofy shit I say resonates with you or somebody you know, I challenge you to subscribe or send it to somebody who you think might subscribe, man. So we're gonna keep it nitty gritty tonight, man. Topics for the night, it'll be weekend recap, or it'll be week recap because I didn't record last week. We're gonna cover some stuff around the NFL, some big contracts in the NFL. We're gonna cover some NBA around the league, playoffs is around the corner. And we're gonna cover this team takeover thing, man, that's going on. I don't want to say nationwide, but it's going on a few places, man. So let me get my bell. Let's get into it. Always 3 hits of the bell, man. So I'll call it week recap because I didn't record last week. I don't have no excuse. I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you I no lie. A lot of shit was going on. I had a lot of obstacles in front of me. And as I said last episode, I should be recording on Sundays, but Sunday is just my day to chill. I should be recording Mondays, but shit be happening Mondays. So I guess at this point I'm putting the audio out Tuesday night. I'm putting the video out Wednesday at I think I might either do Wednesday at 10 a.m. or at noon. I got to holler at my buddy. He recommended because I was putting it out at midnight. And he was like, man, put that shit out at like 10, 12 o'clock. So I may do noon. So what did I do? So, of course, the kids just came off spring break this week. So, for the last week and a half, they were off. So my son, he was in Florida with some folks, man. He was down there getting black. They went to they was in Orlando, so they was around Disney and all of that other shit. I don't think they went there or nothing like that, but they was down there. And as a result, we ended up taking my daughter to New York. Listen, I'm gonna say this once, all right. I don't like New York. Not the whole state, but like Manhattan. I don't like it. Too many people, too much shit going on. We surprised my daughter and took a 24-hour trip to New York. We took Amtrak on there. That was my first time taking Amtrak. I'm going to say that if I'm ever going somewhere up north and I know I'm going to be somewhere where it's going to be really hard to drive, I would definitely take Amtrak. I don't know if I would take it down south, but taking it up north to avoid them tolls and all them people and all that shit, I would definitely recommend it. Y'all been on Amtrak before? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. So we took Amtrak, man. We left Thursday afternoon. Me, my wife, and my daughter. And we got to New York. We got to we got to Manhattan at about 6. You know what I'm saying? And we walked a couple blocks to our hotel. Man, let me tell y'all something. So y'all know I'm a photographer. I'm into photography and videography. Real crazy. Man, my hotel was 2 blocks from the B&H Superstore. If you don't know what the B&H Superstore is, it is essentially like the biggest, well-known, like it's like the Costco of camera stores. It ain't as big as Costco. It's probably as big as like a grocery store. But it's all camera stuff, from some of the cheap stuff to the $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 shit, man, to like the movie cinema industry standard stuff in there. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta go up in there. Man, that joint was closed, bro. That joint was closed for Passover. So I assumed that the The owners are Jewish. All right, don't kill me if I said the wrong background for that, but that's what I was told. It's Jewish. So they had Passover, man. So they was closed the whole week. I woke up the next morning like, man, I'm gonna go pick up some breakfast from the little diner across the street. And once I get back, man, I'm gonna just go across it, run in there, see what's going on. I was gonna go in there and buy something. Man, that shit was closed. They had a joint on there, so they wasn't opening up to April 10th. I'm like, God damn. And I mean, literally, if I'm not mistaken, it's the only B&H store. I don't know if they got one anywhere else, but it's the only one on the East Coast. So all the way to New York. This is, for people, for shooters, that's like a bucket list trip, dog. If you don't live in New York, if you live hours away, like the B&H Superstore is like, it's like heaven, you know what I'm saying? And bring your major credit card. So couldn't go up in that joint, you know what I'm saying? But we did go get some dinner. We went to this spot called Dallas Barbecue. That food was fucking garbage. So I ain't fucking with that. We walked around for a little bit. We went to another spot. I think it's like Tony's Cheesecake or something. Apparently, this is a popular spot because us and the thousands of other people behind us was all there to get the cheesecake. Cheesesteak was good. It was heavy as a bitch, though. And then, you know what I'm saying, we chill for a little bit and we walk back. So granted, it's Thursday night. It's 10:30 pushing 11 o'clock at this point. And I'm looking around and I'm like, dog, why is there so many people still outside? Like Thursday night, it ain't shit going on. It's borderline starting to rain, and it's thousands of people just out. And we was in Times Square, so I mean, I guess it's a dumb question to ask, but again, you know what I'm saying, I live a slower life these days, so there was just way too many fucking people for me. You know what I'm saying? They out there doing shows and shit, and everybody taking pictures. I mean, people was having a good time. It was just too many people. So get me out of here. Woke up the next morning, went and got, tried to go to B&H store, realized it was closed. Got some breakfast from this joint called Skyline Diner. It was pretty decent. It was a mom and pop joint. You had granddad, dad, son, grandson, all up in there. Just they all in that bitch working. Food was decent, and then we walked a couple more blocks, and then we went to I don't remember the theater, but we took my daughter to see the Aladdin play, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It was a lot of kids up in there, and it was a lot of people. It was cool. So my stupid ass, I'm in there. So the show started. I called myself. I got my meta glasses on right now. My stupid ass tried to. I tried to get it. I did get about 30 seconds, but I was gonna get like a full minute of performance. Man, the staff and they jumped on my ass, paused so quick. They was like, hey, you no meta glass, you can't record. I was like, God damn. I was like, how they see it? But then it's like I realized that once the play started, that's their sole job. I'm thinking they just checking tickets. No, their sole job once the performance starts is to make sure people not in there recording. You had an old dude who was in that joint. He was in there like sitting up. You know how y'all old people do. You look up like this. He had the phone all the way up trying to record. And he was sitting in the front. Even the people that was performing was looking down at him like, damn, cuz you going hard like that. You know what I'm saying? So no recording. But the play was about 2 hours. And it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. My daughter enjoyed it, but she was also tired. So when she tired, she don't care what's going on. She want to take a nap. You know what I'm saying? So once the show was over, man, we went back to the hotel. We grabbed our stuff, and in New York, man, people casually walking up and down the street with luggage. So I got my book bag with my camera stuff in there, man, and I got my suitcase with all our stuff, and we just walked. We stopped at a little taco spot, and we got on the train and came back, man. So one thing I will say about taking the Amtrak, all right, is it is a smooth ride, but it's only as smooth as the people on the train. You catch my drift, all right? Now, I ain't gonna call no people out, but I am gonna tell a story. So we got on the train, got on from Baltimore, we got on from Penn Station, Baltimore, and at that time, everybody who getting on the train from Union Station in DC is already on there. So the train already kind of packed low key. So at that point, you just got to sit where you can sit. At this point, my only concern was to make sure my daughter and my wife had somewhere to sit. I'll sit anywhere else. So of course, I had to sit with somebody, and I sit next to this lady. I ain't gonna say nothing about the lady, but I'm gonna say that I went and sat down, and as she seen me sitting down, she all of a sudden want to turn her body. And all of a sudden talking about her back hurting and all this other shit. So she randomly like, oh, she want to stand up because her back hurt. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I mean, do you want I was like, you want the end seat? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh no, I like the window. I'm like, okay. But then her mother or her friend or somebody is sitting in the seats ahead, and next thing you know, she sits down and she talking to her. So she not in the seat next to me. And then she get up, she go get some wine or something. They be serving wine and shit on there. People was getting fried. She come back with the little wine platter, you know what I'm saying? Wine and grapes, head ass. And she's still sitting in the front seat, right? So she don't really come back, you know what I'm saying? But then she like stand up, but she's like standing as if she's just in so much pain or whatever. So my wife sitting across from me, she looking at me, she was like, hey, next stop, just take an empty seat. And she made sure she said it loud enough that the lady, you know what I'm saying, at least acknowledged what's going on. So, next thing you know, we get on there, I get up and move, you know what I mean? So then she's sitting there looking like this goofy look like, oh, he's moving. Yeah, bitch, I'm moving. You ain't want me sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like you being weird as if like I'm like this dusty nigga or something. Like I'm just trying to sit down so we can get what we need to get. I'm on here with my family. I don't know what part of like I'm a family man, but I just think she misinterpreted who I am for real. So after that, you know what I'm saying? When we was coming back, right? We coming back now. We coming back to train packed to the brim. But the old boy in the station looked out for us and let us go up front. Priority boarding is what he said. I just gave him the fist bump and that was it. Um, so we was able to pick where we wanted to sit. Man, it's people getting on the train, and Amtrak it's not like flying, so they don't you can take as many bags as you want. You know what I'm saying? So these people get on there. It's a family. It's probably a husband and wife and probably like 3 kids. All of them got three bags apiece. Man, they taking all the fucking cargo space. And then they trying to take all the seats and they land trying to take 2 seats. Man, people getting on there like, nah, bro, y'all need to scoot the fuck in. So I got to deal with this uncomfortable ride the whole time because I'm just watching them like, they wasn't acting up, but they was just annoying for real. So Amtrak is cool. You know what I'm saying? That'll be primarily something like I would take if it's just me or just me and the wife, or I don't think the whole family could do it, but unless we packing light. If we packing heavy like airplane, everybody got their own suitcase, I don't think so. Because nah, and people do be acting weird. So came back from New York, that was cool. Actually, the week before that, I'm still on the recap, y'all. Stick with me. So before that, man, me and my buddy K Dot, you know what I'm saying, Keenan Mims, of Born to Win Media. Check him out on Instagram, Born to Win Media. That's my good buddy that from time to time we do some collab jobs, you know what I'm saying. So we got this. Well, he has a client, you know what I'm saying, that they do they like rappers, R&B artists, performing artists, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, and he brought me in on the job where we pretty much provide covers for them. So I do the headshots for everyone performing. I also do shots of them performing as extra, really for me, and just sprinkle something in the extra form. And we all do like music videos, kind of like a tiny desk type situation for those who want to pay to get it done. You know what I mean? So we do this with the client. We do it every other month for the whole year, and this was our second month. So we started in January, we just did March, and we're gonna do it again Memorial Day weekend. So when we did it January, I was super nervous. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm an overthinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna overthink the shit out of myself so bad sometimes that I'm just gonna be like, nah, man, I can't do it. My buddy K Dot, he the opposite. He's like, we're gonna do it. And if I don't know how to do it, we're gonna figure that shit out on the way. So we kind of even each other out. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some water real quick. Let me get a sip. Stay hydrated, folks. Get hard to drink that water when you get older. Anyway, so when we did the job January, I was a little nervous because one, you know what I'm saying, this is what we consider to be a retainer client. You know what I'm saying? It's a retainer client and multiple artists, you know what I'm saying, crowds of people, a spot in DC, and this is all this, this event, is make or break for the client based on our deliverables. So if we're providing, good music video, tiny desk type joint, so real simple. If we're providing good videos, you know what I'm saying, taking good pictures in a timely manner, and the people buying into it, you know what I'm saying, the client can sell the package to more up and coming artists or, bigger artists, and pack the place out. And, it can end up being, big profit for us. So it's super important that we really, really like handling our business. And we did. We handled our business in January. We got some, we had good feedback, and then we did it in March, and we, it just kept it short. Like, man, I love it. So it's been cool, man. It's been real cool. And it's also just another way for me to get my reps in. And honestly speaking, see what respect, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have the greatest experience working with, local artists, in the past. You know what I'm saying? Things was kind of crazy. And it's listen, it's not against y'all local artists, but I'm just gonna say this, man. Y'all be sometimes, man, y'all be asking for a lot and that budget don't be reflecting. All right. So, but we all got to start somewhere, and it's like you really just got to find somebody who believe in you. And for somebody like me, who this is not my full-time gig, you know what I'm saying, I ain't fresh out of college and no shit like that, so I can believe in you, but I also believe in getting paid. So that's where I'm at with that. But I did do that, you know what I'm saying, provided some photos. I'm gonna be probably posting them joints as soon as the client posts them on his page. I'm gonna post some joints that I got on my Marbury Media Instagram page. Make sure y'all check that out if y'all not locked in on that. All right. So outside of that, man, that's pretty much my one more thing. So one more thing for the weekend recap. Damn, we'll be 15 minutes in. We ain't even got to the topics yet, but that's okay though. So I know that, I've been trying to work on my health and shit, get my workout in and all that, and also get the family involved. So I went and dropped me a few dollars, and I went and bought me a little total gym joint. You know what I'm saying? So I bought. So what's a total gym? A total gym is like when you go to like Gold's, LA Fitness or something, and you go to that little square, and that joint got like a weight bench, and then it got you got a pull up bar, and then if you want to do like some curls, you can attach shit, and you can put the curls. If you want to do some tricep curls, you can put it's like a all in one where you can do probably like 10 or 15 different exercises. So I bought that. I put that in the basement. I also bought me a stationary bike. It's like a Peloton a rival. It's called your soul YE Soul. And I bought that, and I use this thing called Zwift. If you don't know what Zwift is, look it up. If you're a cyclist, Zwift is pretty dope. If during the winter, or if you just don't want to be out in the heat. It's like an online cycling joint where you on there with real people, and you pick it. You can talk to people and you cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I do cycle too, and I just want to get a quick like 10 in. So I did that. So I bought that, you know what I'm saying? And I got me a little mini sauna joint too. Sauna joint is dope. At first I was like, what is this? But my buddy gave it to me. You just put some water in this little tank, and you turn that shit on, and you let it go about 15 minutes. You get in there, and that shit burn your ass up. It's hotter than the regular sauna in your gym. So bought that, you know what I'm saying, and got a good family workout yesterday. And I got a treadmill too that I've been had. So really just trying to work on the bodies, man, because we ain't getting no younger, bro. And definitely got to take care of your temple, man, if that's what they call it. So okay, so that's it for my weekend recap. So real quick, man, let's just get into the NFL. It's only really one joint I'm covering, but I got to cover it. In the latest, maybe not that latest, but latest for me, Kirk Cousins, aka Kirk O'Bangs, aka Big Kirko, aka Captain Kirk, aka Kirk Tober, aka Mr. You Like That. 37 years old, going into his 15th year in the NFL, 4 Pro Bowl selections, 167 and counting career starts, thrown almost 300 touchdowns, signs with the Las Vegas Raiders for 5 years, 172 mil. What the fuck? Wrong one. What the fuck? Insane. 37 years old, bro. We talking about 37 years old. Not even a Super Bowl appearance. Not even a conference championship. I don't even think he been to the playoffs. Has Kirk Cousins been to the playoffs? What the fuck? Bro, what in Roger Goodell, what do he got on you that you gotta keep paying him this money? I ain't never seen nobody finesse the NFL like this. Like he he got to be damn near, if not number two, number one, like highest paid quarterback to really not do that much. I ain't saying he ain't no scrub quarterback, but 172 million when you on the end of your career is insane. Not to mention that when he was in Atlanta, he had signed a 4-year, $180 million contract with with the Falcons. I can't even remember what he signed when he was with the Vikings. If I'm not mistaken, with the Vikings, he got I think he got like 90 mil, 91 mil, but it was all guaranteed. And he only played 2 years with Atlanta before they went with Michael Penix. Wow. Coach Kubiak, former OC for the Seahawks. Listen, I told y'all after the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, I said, man, as soon as he went to the Raiders, I said, watch out, man. Watch out for him, man. I think the Raiders gonna do something. I ain't know they was gonna do no shit like this, but maybe he knows something we don't know. But yeah, being on the cusp of 40, bro, like 37 years old in the NFL, you're a fucking dinosaur, bro. And you getting I think it's like 120 guaranteed or some shit. $120 million guaranteed. Good googly moogly. Hey, at least the Commanders ain't pay him that shit. But that was fucking crazy, bro. I mean, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Like, congratulations. I would love to see the Raiders in a Super Bowl. I would love to see. I always say I want to see different teams in the Super Bowl every year. I don't want to just see the same people. So I don't want to see fucking the Patriots, and I don't want to see the Seahawks. I don't think neither one of them. Well, maybe the Patriots. I don't think the Seahawks going back because y'all gave y'all running back. Y'all tripping for that. But we will see, Kirk. I'm gonna be watching. All right. Let's move to the NBA. So unfortunately, I have to cover my beloved Washington Wizards because that's what diehard fans do. So right now, the Wizards are currently the worst team in the league with a record of 17 and 61. 17 games, 61 losses. It's only about 3 or 4 more games of the season. So the tank job continues. It's insane. Ever since the last time I gave y'all that record when they were second to the last worst team in the league, they've continued to lose games. I believe they're still on a losing streak. And no, they beat who did they beat? They beat another team that was just as fucking bad as them. I think they beat Utah. They beat another team that was just as bad as them, and they was like really celebrating, like, bro, y'all won 17 games though. Are you serious? Um, but these teams are scoring anywhere from 125 to 150 points on them per game. That's fucking booger, dog. And I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, I hope it's worth it, bro. Like, I hope y'all really throwing this season down the fucking drain is worth it. All right. I told y'all that Trae Young was not gonna play again. It was a waste of fucking time to put him out there, and he didn't quote re-aggravated the injury. I think that he just realized the team ain't gonna do shit until Anthony Davis, and possibly if you get a number one draft pick. So they went ahead and sat him for the rest of the season. But I hope it's worth it, dog. I hope it's worth like literally putting your fans through the worst fucking season I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for the die hard fans, like the folks who bought season tickets and ain't nobody want to buy them shits. So you just forced to go to the game. Or the people who only go to the games when the other teams that are really good come to play. But it's fucking embarrassing, bro. And I'm gonna say something else, bro. Like, fuck around and don't get that number one draft pick. Mess around and get a number two pick. Number two pick ain't valid to me no more. Look at Alex Sarr. Are you kidding me? If you don't get the number one pick, you did all of this shit for nothing. If you don't get the number one draft pick and you don't trade a fucking house to get him, you did all this for nothing. I'm telling you that right now. And if they don't get it, you need to sell the fucking team and you need to fire the entire fucking coaching staff. Why is what's his name? Brian Keefe? This guy doesn't know shit about basketball. They just out there running. They ain't running no plays. They don't know how to play defense. All you gotta do is just pass the fucking ball in a circle 3 times, and somebody gonna overcommit. It's gonna be a wide open shot or easy dunk. But watch out for the Pacers though. The Pacers are 18 and 60. They're the second worst team in the league. It's really crazy to see the Pacers like tanking too, because they are tanking. It's crazy to see a team that was like Game 7 NBA Finals last year and to now, like you had one, injury to Halliburton, took him out, and then you also gave your big man up. You sent him to Milwaukee. I forgot his name, but like it's crazy to see y'all literally be like, y'all was up here, y'all was here, and now y'all like the second worst team in the league. Like, yeah, whatever shit y'all about to put in place to counteract this tanking shit, you definitely need to do it, bro, because it's insane. So again, I'm gonna say to the Wizards, I'm gonna say it again: fuck around and don't get that first draft pick. If you don't get the first round pick, you did all this shit for nothing. All right. Other shit going on around the league, man. So again, it's only like 3 or 4 more regular season games till we get in the playoffs. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there: the Lakers in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You got your best player on the team, Luka Doncic, out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't went back. He didn't went to Europe to try to get some treatment. I guess they do some shit a little quick over there to get him back. But he's out, and then you got your shit. I mean, honestly, your second option, and probably your best role player. You know what I'm saying? Out with an oblique injury, which what they trying to say? Oh, they might have misdiagnosed him, and he may be able to come back during the playoffs. Man, look, they playing the Houston Rockets. They going against KD and them. I'm gonna tell you right now, unless Braun gonna put 40 up a night, they not gonna win. It's gonna be 4-1. And what's gonna happen is LeBron gonna put 40 up. He gonna put 40 up probably them first 2 games, and they still gonna lose. And then once that happens, that's it. They mess around. As soon as they go, what is it? It's okay. So the first 2 games gonna be in LA because they number 4 and Houston's number 5. The Lakers were number 3, but then they lost. They were supposed to play the Minnesota Timberwolves, but they lost the last few games. So I mean, now you got I guess what they want to call a more even match, but I don't see it. Houston, they younger, you know what I'm saying? They got some dogs on this. Kevin Durant. I'm taking KD just based on LeBron's age. I'm taking KD over LeBron in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Once KD get to going off, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? LeBron, you can run, do all that dunking all you want. Them legs and that under you like that. You know what I'm saying? You are defying the physics of a 41-year-old man out here really hooping, still going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Almost every year of your career, but nah, I don't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna call that series right there 4-1. Rockets, and it's still too early for me to predict. You know what I'm saying? The games, and I want to try to figure something out, man. I'm considering doing some shorter episodes once the playoffs start because I don't think I could wait a week. I don't think I could wait a week. You know what I'm saying? And then go over each game because especially when the playoffs first start, shit, it's gonna be games on every other night, and I want to try to get that shit out quicker. So who knows, man? I might be doing some 10-15 minute joints. You know what I'm saying? So, but last topic, man. Last topic. So this topic is important to me because it's about teen takeover, and I have a teenager. So this teen takeover shit, man, is kind of sweeping. I don't want to say sweeping the nation, but it's sweeping a couple of states by storm, man. And it's getting crazy, and it's getting crazy. I'm gonna say that right now. So first of all, what is a teen takeover? I'm gonna give you the definition. A teen takeover is a social media driven phenomenon where large groups of teenagers unexpectedly swarm public areas like malls, parks, or city centers, often acting as a flash mob. These gatherings frequently lead to intense, chaotic situations, including fights, property damage, and disruption that overwhelm local police and businesses. You goddamn right. That's what the definition is. All right. So let me start this by saying this. All these kids that's out here, they not all bad. All right. All right. I know, once social media find a hot story, you know what I'm saying? They gonna take that shit and run with it. They're gonna exploit it best way they can. All these kids are not bad. All these kids that's at these takeovers, they not tearing shit up. Some kids just want to be out there on the scene. I look at it like, so when I was in high school, right? Went to high school in Montgomery County. I went to Paint Branch High School, class of 03. And when we was in like 12th grade, the thing to do was to go to University of Maryland College Park, right? And we would go down there. We would go down there because we wanted to look at the college chicks. We want to look at we want to see what being an adult's looking forward to being an adult. And we would be down there deep, but we would just be there. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't starting no shit. We would just be on the scene. And everybody knew we was young, but like nobody was fucking with us. We wasn't fucking with them. No shit like that. So I say that to say, so here in the DMV area, you know what I'm saying? Right now, well, just specific, I'll just say specifically DC. The hot spot is Navy Yard. So you got, you got the Nat Stadium here, and then you got what they call the bullpen. It's just for the folks who don't know. You got the bullpen, which is a really, really big ass open area where, the last couple of years they be having these big ass parties and shit. It's really just a big ass outdoor area with a bunch of porta johns and a couple of fucking tables, and people be partying. I mean, I guess it's cool. I ain't been. Um, and then you got like this big open area where people just want to sit, walk their dogs, fly kites or whatever. So because it's a spot where a lot of people go to gather, whether you going in the bullpen or the Nats thing or you just out there chilling, it's the spot for kids. So they go there and they gather and they gather and they gather. And it's always going to be one small group out of, well, let's just say it's 200 kids. Out of them 200 kids, it's going to be 20 or 25 of them kids that's down there on bullshit. And next thing you know, a fight break out to where maybe they fighting each other or maybe they fighting adults. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be that one adult be like, nigga, take your little stupid ass home. And these kids, they don't fear adults like that no more. So if they know it's 100 of them and me just saying, hey, y'all need to go home, they will attempt their best to try to jump the shit out of me or beat the shit out of me, because it's like, well, who is you? It's all of us. It's one of you. How many of us can you take? You know what I'm saying? You got that place, and then you got a National Harbor. Now, the National Harbor, when that shit was happening down there, you had a combination of the teens down there tearing shit up, and then you had a combination of like the guys on like the dirt bikes and the four wheelers. They don't fuck around with that harbor. Like they spend a lot of money. They talking about putting a spear and shit up and all that shit up there. They don't fuck around with the harbor. So they shut that shit down quick. And the only way you can get down there is to drive or take the bus. And it's like a one way in, one way out. So they really could trap their ass in there if they want to. But and I also heard that they had like a teen takeover at Allen Pond in Bowie, and the police had to come break that shit up. But it wasn't like no reports, nobody heard enough. But you will see these videos circulating, you know what I'm saying, of these kids, you know what I'm saying, tearing shit up, beating people up, and all of this. So number one, I will state that not all of them kids are bad. Number two, I will say some of them kids is bad as fuck. All right, some of them kids are fucking devils, man. Like, we talking, you know what I'm saying, weekly parented, you know what I'm saying, not parented or fatherless households. You know what I mean? One of them things, man. That's your main ingredients to get a problem child. All right. So where I work downtown in DC, and there's a school that's not too far from my building, and it's high school kids, and they bad as fuck. Not all of them, but enough. All right. And it's weird. It's always weird to me how it operates. I'm not going to say the name of the school, but I know around lunchtime, the kids be out, right? Now, granted, this school is not in a traditional location where schools are. It's surrounded by like government buildings. You know what I'm saying? So when the kids get out for lunch and when they get out for the end of the day, like they just be all over. They just be scattered all over the place. And for some reason, they're able to get these bikes. They're able to get these e-bikes, and they ride them shits around all in the street, be in traffic, running through the lights. They be on the sidewalks with them bitches full speed. How the fuck they getting them bikes, man? Like, I know they ain't putting no credit card on there. Like, how they getting them bikes? But that's what they do. And they'll leave them shits in the street or throw them in the street. They go to the McDonald's, eat the food, throw the shit on the floor. Just like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, y'all not animals. Why y'all doing this? And I really just be wanting to ask, like, hey, like, why y'all be acting like this? You know what I'm saying? But then, that shit can turn to confrontation. I will fuck somebody child up. So I just sit back and I don't say nothing, man. But I feel bad for the kids that's being labeled that way, for the ones that's not, like, the kids who just doing what they supposed to do, just going about their business, or the ones who just want to hang out and they not starting trouble. But it's like, because they fit the description, you know what I'm saying, during these curfew times, because DC, they be putting the curfew times up in certain areas. Like, I think it's like 8:00, 8, 9, 10 o'clock or something. Like, if you under 18, you can't be down Navy Yard. Like, they grab your ass up. But all the kids not bad, man, and there is some positive things. I saw some positive videos of kids doing stuff that was set up. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, that shit was set up after, you know what I'm saying, the stereo, the videos of them tearing shit up. It was after, but it's definitely not a lot of emphasis. Not a lot of highlights of the good things that the kids is doing. The ones chilling, you know what I'm saying. The ones not acting up. You know what I'm saying. Now ain't no child gonna be perfect, but if you ain't down there fucking robbing or beating nobody up, like they still kids at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying. They getting together. It's not like they had it like we did. You know what I'm saying. And I always say this, bro. Like you can say what you want about these kids, bro, but these kids they got resources, but they don't have them like we had them. Like parties. I'll say this parties. Like when I came up, you know what I'm saying, from when I started going to parties. I started going to parties probably between 2000 and 2001. So when I was like 15, going on 16, I was going to parties. Like there was parties for the youth, you know what I'm saying? There was go-go's, there was go-go bands, your favorite bands, your backyards, your UCBs, what bands, Groovers, Raw Image, TCB, New Impress. They was playing for the youth. I mean, shit, they was our age. So, well, not backyard, them niggas old. But like, there were places where we can go and we could see bands, or we could just have a DJ and play, and people would come from all different neighborhoods. And yeah, it was fights and shit like that. But we still wasn't like as off the chain as shit is now. Now, even if we propose, hey, like y'all should start having bands, or y'all should start having places like all ages or youth like dances and shit. It's like everybody worried about the safety. And I'm like, I mean, I understand that. I do understand the safety aspect, but I mean, we got to do something. You got to provide something. Like you know, at some point we got to just say, all right, look, we just gonna trust that y'all gonna do what the fuck y'all supposed to. You gonna have a couple of rough patches, you know what I'm saying? But they would rather be somewhere where adults are instead of having something set up for where kids are. And don't get it twisted. DC per se be having a lot of shit. They be having a lot of shit set up for these kids. They be giving out a lot of free shit. DC got more stuff that they do for free for the youth than any other than Maryland, Virginia, all that. A lot of shit. But again, we can get back to the parents. It's like, are the parents doing the research? You know what I'm saying? Are the parents doing the research and saying, okay, hey, this is what's going on. I'm gonna take you here. Are they going there with them? Or is it like, well, shit, I'd have had a long work week, so make sure you back home by midnight? Because again, you in DC, bro, these kids just get on the train or get on the bus and they could be anywhere. They could be anywhere, bro. Like I think we really, really need to get a better like grip, a better control on however that looks. I don't know what everybody's situation, but I know one thing. The main issue that people gonna say when they see this shit online, where you see these kids brawling and fighting adults and robbing people and vandalizing, the first thing they say is, where's the parents? So the parents are always gonna be the first one to take the blame. And tell they adults, parents, it's your fucking job. It's your job. Do you know where your kids are? Like, did you see your kid on TV? Did you ask your kid, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Was you down Navy Yard? Like, the fuck? Like, y'all need to get on top of that, man, because what's gonna happen is, man, and listen, knock on wood, bro. But it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be an incident. It's gonna be an incident where these kids gonna do some shit. They're gonna go too far, and the police gonna be hopping on that ass. Pause. The police gonna be hopping on them, and it's gonna be some controversial shit. And they're gonna be like, "Well, he a child. He a child." And they're gonna be like, "Well, your child was doing X, Y, and Z, and this person got hurt, or this person is in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? On a serious condition, or this person died because y'all was doing some stupid shit." And then they really gonna be hopping on y'all. So it's like, let's do our part, you know what I'm saying, before something bad really happens. Something bad might have already happened. Maybe they ain't reported it. But I'm telling you right now, man, I'm going to go on the record and say this. If the parents or the legal guardians or whatever fucking mentor, big brother, big unc, whatever, big aunt, y'all don't get a grip on these kids, something bad is going to happen, bro. I'm just saying, bro. And that's gonna be that's the end of my spiel, man. And I don't like ending the show on no serious shit like that, but it's serious though. I got a 15-year-old, man. He be 16 this year. Tell you something. I catch his ass down Navy Yard somewhere. You better go ahead and holler one of them homeless niggas so you can squeeze up in niggas. That's where you gonna be. We don't tolerate that shit. We don't do that. But pay attention to y'all kids, man. Like the shit, it's real dangerous out here, man. It's a lot of creeps out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here that ain't paying attention, be drunk driving. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of wild shit, dog. I would hate for something to happen to your child because you ain't paying attention. But that's all I got, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the topics for the week, man. It's episode 13. Damn, 13 episodes. Again, man, if you feel like this episode resonated with you, or you know somebody who might fool with it, man, send it to them. Subscribe, check me out. You know what I'm saying? Give me a review. It's on audio, on any audio platform streaming. It's on YouTube. All right, look up the YouTube Robert Marbury. All right, I'm gone. Captain out.